Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. In this game, PvP comes in many forms, from 1v1 duels to large-scale multiplayer modes. But fundamentally, how does this PvP system work, and what are the core mechanics you need to master? Let's find out together. On a side note, I'm actually pretty terrible at PvP myself. So for this video, I'm using some gameplay footage from several master players in China. I want to send them a sincere thank you for being willing to share this amazing footage. Alright, let's get into the main topic. First, I want to emphasize one important thing. PvP in this game never follows a single fixed path. It's about the freedom to combine various martial arts according to each player's preference. This PvP system is designed to push the player's creativity in building combos, and it's the players themselves who shape the community's playstyles. So, to find your own style, you will need to experiment a lot. The game's meta will likely change with each update. Martial arts will be rebalanced to ensure no single style is too dominant. Currently, all PvP modes are divided into balanced modes and gear-based modes, making it suitable for all types of players. To make everything easy to visualize, we will break down this entire system through the lens of a 1v1 duel. Supplement section, the role of gear in PvP. As mentioned in the intro, there are two main types of PvP in the game. First are the balanced modes, typically the 1v1 and 3v3 arenas. In these modes, the differences in equipment stats are minimized by the system. Personal skill, understanding your martial arts, and your ability to read the opponent are the keys to victory. Conversely, in the remaining modes like open world PvP, boss hunt, and so on, the stats on your gear will have a direct impact. Stronger gear will provide a clear advantage. So what's the advice for new players? Spend your time practicing in the balanced modes like the 1v1 arena. This is the best environment to hone your skills without worrying about your gear. Once you feel confident, you can take those skills into the open world to conquer greater challenges. The core of combat states. Before we get into skills, we need to understand the core states and resources. Mastering these will decide 50% of your battles. First are the two critical resources. Chi, the blue bar below your health. This is your guard meter. It gets depleted when you defend or get hit by a guard-breaking move. When it's empty, you become vulnerable and can be hit by an execution. So, how do you get Chi back? The simplest way is to disengage from combat for a few seconds to let it regenerate. Additionally, some specific Chi techniques or gear can also help you recover it. Endurance, the yellow bar used for all defensive actions and dodging. Managing your endurance is the key to survival. Next are the character states. Stagger. This is the most basic state. When you're hit, your character flinches for a moment. The goal of a combo is to repeatedly inflict this state to keep your opponent from acting. Toughness, super armor. While in this state, you still take damage, but you won't be staggered by normal attacks. However, this state can still be broken by hard crowd control skills like knockups or stuns. Controlled. This is when you're hit by a hard CC effect. Your CC breaker skill is your only way out. Using it allows you to escape and grants you a short period of immunity to all control, which is called true hegemon. Tip for telling super armor apart. Regular toughness will often have a translucent blue shield effect around your character. In contrast, true hegemon immunity will have a brilliant golden aura. Pay attention to the color to know when to attack and when to back off. Wake up super armor, a hidden but crucial mechanic. After being knocked down by an execution, for a brief moment as you stand up, you are immune to CC. So what should you do then? The answer is, don't attack. Back off, keep a safe distance, observe what they plan to do, and use range skills to poke if you can. Attacking an opponent who has super armor is a mistake. Part 2, the art of defense, a battle of wits. This is the most complex and interesting part, defining a player's true skill. We have three main tools, all of which consume endurance. Parry, redirect. Pros, the most powerful defensive tool. A successful parry drains the opponent's Chi. When their Chi is empty, you can perform an execution for massive damage. Cons, high risk. It consumes endurance. Most importantly, if countered by an opponent's guard break skill, you will be heavily punished. So how do you deal with a guard break? Luckily, they have a tell. Guard break skills often have a golden glow, and more importantly, they can be interrupted by any of your attacks, even a light attack. If you see them glow gold, strike first. Block. Pros. Safer than a parry, it reduces incoming damage and prevents you from being staggered. Cons. Still consumes endurance. When your endurance runs out, your block will be broken, and you will be staggered. Dodge. Pros. This is the best and safest defensive tool. It cannot be broken, it can evade even hard CC skills, and it has invincibility frames. Some gear sets or inner arts even allow you to heal upon a successful dodge. Cons. Requires precise timing. Defensive strategy. Constantly monitor your endurance bar. Prioritize the dodge for safety. Use the block when you need to mitigate guaranteed damage, and only use the parry when you are confident in your ability to predict your opponent's moveset. 3. The art of offense. Create your own martial arts. Now, let's talk about offense. Your build is constructed from 2 of the currently available martial arts sets and 8 chi techniques. Martial arts. This is your foundation. These are the main skills tied to your weapon, creating your basic attack rhythm and combos. Chi techniques. This is where your creativity shines. These 8 techniques are versatile tools to customize your playstyle, from guard breaks to armored attacks, to mobility to range pokes. Practical example, a beginner's combo. To help you visualize, we'll build a combo that is extremely friendly for new players, but no less effective, based on combining a sword art set and a spear art set. A very cool thing about the game is that you can freely learn all martial arts sets without being restricted by any faction. So, no matter where you start, you can build this playstyle. The core chi techniques we'll bring to support this are a grab type guard break skill, a range control skill, a main burst damage skill, and of course, the familiar CC breaker skill. For the remaining 4 chi technique slots, you are completely free to choose according to your preference to fit your style. That is the beauty of creativity in this game. The combo sequence is as follows. Step 1, opener and break. Use a light attack from your sword arts to approach. Immediately use your guard break skill to shatter their defense, then use your ranged control skill to lock them in place. Step 2, damage. Switch to your spear arts. Use a spear ability followed by normal attacks. When you get an opportunity, especially when the opponent is launched into the air, use your main burst damage skill to deal explosive damage. Step 3, defense and reset. If you're unlucky and get controlled by the opponent, immediately use your CC breaker skill to escape, create distance, and look for another chance to repeat the combo. This is an excellent starting combo. Once you've mastered it, you can freely explore and create more complex playstyles. A prime example of the game's ever-changing meta is the Drunken Fire combo, which is based purely on chi techniques. In the first version of the game about to be released, this combo was considered extremely powerful, which is why we're using it as a visual example. However, in later updates, its power was adjusted and it's not used as much anymore. This shows that the game is always being balanced, encouraging players to constantly innovate. Here's another useful technique that pro players often use: animation canceling. Mastering this can help you completely overwhelm your opponents. For example, take a look at this clip from a top-tier Chinese player. By using just the 2 simplest sword martial arts, he leaves his opponent completely breathless. So that is how the PvP system works. No matter the mode, you always need to manage your states and resources, prioritize dodging in your defense, punish your opponent's openings, and most importantly, be creative with your 8 key techniques. Victory in Where Winds Meet isn't about copying a single meta build. It comes from skill, knowledge, and expressing your own unique martial arts philosophy. It's about making your opponent play your game. Dozens of combos can be created. In the next video, we will dive deep into analyzing all the currently available chi techniques in the game. What do you think of this system? Let me know in the comments below. And if this guide was helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Where Winds Meet content. See you next time.
Red